To integrate it with TrackingMore's API, the first step is to generate your own API key. Just click the Generate API Key button. Enter a name of your key. Save, and you are all set. Once your API key is created, head over to the API document to find everything you need to know about integrating with TrackingMore. In the API Quick Start section, you'll find a detailed introduction to the API of TrackingMore. Under the Shipment Status module, you can see a full explanation of our tracking API status code, including those for small parcels and air shipments, as well as any extra information required by certain carriers. In the API Code Sample section, you'll find a sample request for carrier detection, small parcels tracking, and airway bill tracking. For the API carrier testing, you can use the carrier list endpoint to get information on all supported carriers, or use the carrier detection endpoint to identify carrier based on their tracking number. For smart parcel tracking API testing, you can use the real-time testing to create a new tracking request and instantly get shipment updates. You can also create a tracking request first, use the creating trackings endpoint, then retrieve the tracking result with the get result endpoints. Additionally, you can update, delete, or retrieve a shipment using a update, delete, and retract endpoints, all based on the tracking ID. For airway bill tracking API testing, you can use the Get All Airlines endpoint to see all supported airlines. You can also create a real-time tracking request for air shipments, or use the Batch Create Airway Bills endpoint to submit a multiple airway bill numbers at once. Then retrieve their tracking result with Get Results endpoint. If needed, you can delete a shipment query by airway bill number using the delete endpoints. We also provide SDKs for multiple programming language, including PHP, Java, and Golang, so you can pick the one that fits your tech stacks. On the top of that, we supported webhooks. In the webhook section of the documents, you find everything you needed to get started. If you want to set up a webhook model, go to the webhook model in the admin panel and add an endpoint. Click the Add Endpoint in the top right corner. Fill in your endpoint URL and a description, and then select the status you want to subscribe to. You can choose all status or just a specific status. Once you're saved, your endpoint will show up a list as active. After you reset it up, whenever a shipment's status changes, TrackingMore will send an HTTP post request to your configured URL with the updates in JSON formats. At the bottom of the page, you'll find your webhook secret. We strongly recommend validating this secret on your browser with each incoming webhook to make sure the requests are really coming from TrackingMore. That's the full process of integrating with the TrackingMore API. Any shipments you created or track with API will automatically appear in your shipment dashboard, where you can view all related details. If you have any questions or run into any issues during your integration, our 24/7 online customer support team is always here to help with technical supports.